Okay, welcome to Commsverse. This session is called From Zero to Teams, Use Teams Fast and Efficiently. And today will be presented to you by Michael Pletner. Michael, over to you.
Thank you, Peter. Good morning or good day to all of you. I welcome you to my session, and I would like to start with, now here we go, to say thank you to our sponsors for this whole event. Those sponsors are the reason why we can do all this, why I'm able to talk to you, to enjoy this brilliant conference, and I want to raise the attention also for the organizers who put this from an on-site event to an online event just in 2 months. It couldn't be possible without all the sponsors and all the support. Just a short introduction for myself. As Peter mentioned, my name is Michael Pletner. I'm a CEO and co-founder of a small company called Into Success. I'm a Teams user group host from Munich, and also co-founder of an adoption and change management forum in Munich as well. On a daily basis, I'm doing some projects with enterprise large customers, usually on a global scale. And I'm doing this with Microsoft UC since a decade or more, even I think 13 years or something like that. And I'm doing this with mainly the focus on Teams, but also on Office 365, the whole level. And that's the reason why I propose to, or I hope to lift some questions and bring that to an idea how to handle the beast Teams, because Teams is a small product from the deployment perspective, just the technical stuff behind it, and it's okay from the rollout and migration perspective, but it's really hard to adapt all the people and get the people involved into the product to use it properly, to use it on the way they like to use it. And that's the purpose for this session. So I will try to give you an idea about Teams and how to use it. Basically, the more important, or the very important part is Teams is on almost every platform you can imagine. So it doesn't matter if you use web browser. It doesn't matter if you use a Windows PC, a Mac, an iOS, an Android, and even Linux. It's even possible to use it on almost every infrastructure, client side you can imagine. And when we talk about this, the most people think there's a huge gap between all the different products, the different clients. But Teams is the only product I know that's possible to bring almost the same experience to all devices. Of course, there are some differences from mobile devices to the desktop clients. But if you take a look into the desktop client, no matter if it's Windows or Apple and Mac, and you take a look into the browser, it's really almost the same. From the handling, from the menu, it stores your information. It's all the services are cloud-based. So you don't have to care about which device you use. You always get your information, and you always get your configuration from the channels, what's pinned, what's not, what's unpinned, how the order is, all the stuff. It's the same. And that's brilliant. You can use different tools, the different clients, and do almost the same thing. So you have to know there's a capability to start and receive calls in the browser as well. It's not just for the general mobile devices or the Mac and Windows devices or Linux. But you can start calls in a browser as well. It depends on your browser. But I think the support right now is pretty decent. So you get the support for audio calls, video calls in almost every browser. At least the 3 you can see here. And that's incredible. It makes it easy for us to talk about what's possible with Teams and how to start with Teams or use it efficiently. Let me come to a live demo, and that will be the rest of the almost the rest of the session. So let me start over here, and what you see is a browser session, right? The reason for that is pretty easy. That's almost the same for the client as I would use it for from a desktop client. So let's start over here. You have multiple options on the left side. That's maybe the one big change over here. You have the menu on the left side instead of on the bottom side or wherever you get it from your desktop. So on the left side, and this menu you can order as you like to. So if you want to add, for example, hold on a second, you can remove that here. You can order those on a desktop client, not on the mobile, on a browser side. And if you like to get a new app on the left side, then you can pin and unpin them to make the structure as you like them. A new app on the left side, yes. As you may have heard it before, Teams is not just a chat client, it's a collaboration client. It's a hub for teamwork. And as a hub, you're able to bring some new apps into Teams. In this case, I put Planner on the left side. And Planner is a tool where you can start with a Kanban board to order, structure your projects. And that's pretty straightforward, but it will take another training session or another session for Planner only. So let's start with a menu. You have a chat area, like you may know from Skype for business or maybe from other tools. You have a chat who's persistent. You don't have to care about is the user online or not. You just have to care about the message you will send. So that's pretty straightforward. You see the options for telephony over here, and you see another option to add people over here. And that's one of the tips and tips from my side. You can add people just to a single conversation like this one. So let's add Johanna over there. And now I have a group chat. You can start over here. And now you see there's a group chat. And to find this group chat afterwards, you can name it. To make sure there's some name you will find over there. If you have a lot of conversations over here, you see the name, and you can search for the name as well. And this is a group chat which gives you the capabilities to share files, as you can see here, and you can start video calls and phone calls in this group. So it's not just a conversation like chat, or it's not chat-based only. You can use it for phone calls, some quick calls in a group. Pretty straightforward, pretty fast. And of course, the main thing is teams, right? So when we talk about teams, then everyone thinks about teams as something you can put some messages, some cool features in, and it's true. But the most people struggle to understand what is a team, when do I need a team, and what is this about the channels in a team. So let me try to explain it. In general speaking, the team is a set of people who will work together to achieve a team, a target. And that sounds like a pretty common definition of teams, but that matches for the product and the teams over here in the product as well. So you have a group of people who work together, maybe in a project, and then you have some focus points in the project, like you plan to deploy. Now you plan to start a marketing campaign, for example. Then you have different aspects for the marketing campaign. One is, for example, to get the pictures, to get the text, work with external companies, external creators. And you don't want to reduce the noise for all these different topics into a single channel. Every new message over here is just from the top to the bottom. Try to find a channel with a bit more information over there. It's not so easy, I think. So maybe you get an idea. It's from the top to the bottom, and all the information is just about running from top to the bottom. See it. How can I follow this? That's the reason why you can create some channels. And when we start with channels over here, you can then name them. First, big, and they will be ordered in it's like you do in the alphabet. So you start with 1, 2, 3, and all the stuff is ordered over here from the alphabet perspective. You always see a general channel. The general channel is default in every team, and this general channel is language related. So when you start a German client or a German Teams client, then you get the general from Germany, the German word for that. Same for French, Japanese, whatever. And now, if you created some channels, you're able to put the focus just on a single channel to reduce the general noise into the team. So you can address specific aspects in the team in a separate area. You also got a new files area over here. So this files area is restricted to this channel over here. You're not able to see the files in topic 1. You don't see the files from one channel into another. I have no idea where this happens. I think that's kind of my demo luck. Anyhow, so you're able to discuss the aspects over here, just focused on a specific channel. But keep in mind, all people in the team, in the same team, have access to this channel. So if you're interested in, they can take a look into. To avoid this, because sometimes you have some projects where the budget will be discussed as well, or you will hide some information for external users, you can create some private channels. But private channels have some limitations, like you can just add 30 private channels into a team. You're not able to use some apps like Planner, and so please consider if it's the right purpose. Is there any loose on features when I start like this with a private channel? It's just an option here. And after that, I can start to add people, and just the people from the team. You're not able to add some external people in this private channel. You are able to use a subset of people from the team above. Manage team. Just let me check. Alan is one of them. Okay. So you have seen Johanna. I'm not able to find her. Alan, okay. But Alan is one. So I can add him. And you see almost the same role model as you do in a general team. You see a member role, which is who is someone who just get the permissions to create content, and the owner role, who also can configure the team, add some pictures, and change some general settings on the team. And now, when you have a team and want to start the conversation, you have a small bar over on the very bottom side. When we start with a conversation, we may want to address a specific topic, and that's the reason why you can add not just a single message, but you can format the message on multiple ways. There's a small button over there with a A and a pen, and then you get more options over there. This starts from something pretty similar to an email. You have a subject, you have a message body, and this gives you the opportunity to write something like you would with an email. But Teams gives you more options as well. So you maybe want to address some topics to specific persons, or to a specific team or a specific channel. So you want to address it, and you get the option to address a specific person. Quite easy. You see Alan, who's the one in the team. Or let me do it over here. You see some suggestions. That's not the whole team members. That's we have more over there. So when we start to type and take a look for, okay, Johanna is not in there. Alan is not. Alex is. So let's give it a try. Alex, you see the name highlighted like a link. And he get an attention symbol, he get a mention symbol on the right side of the conversation. You can shrink the name by delete some parts, not single, just some parts of it. And of course, you can format the whole message and like an email. So when I start with hi, you can raise some conversation over here, maybe make some dots and make a agenda or something like that over here. That's pretty good. It's something you should use to draw the attention to the right topics, to the right important parts, and use the formats. That's pretty handy. I use it a lot to structure my messages, and it will replace some internal communications like emails about where's the document, or I've finished the document. And that's the reason why you can edit this here, and you should edit it here. You can add some links. Those links have to be to a file in the Teams or SharePoint, or reachable via a web access like HTTPS. You cannot link something which is on premises over here. Then you can mark it as important to raise more intention and say that's really, really important to know. There's an extra visual effect to show it over here as important. And then there's a second option for the message type. You see a conversation over here, but you can put it as an announcement like this over here on the top of this message. And by starting an announcement, you're not just getting the subject, you also get the chance to raise a kind of header, or you create a header, and you can add some pictures as well. So let me put this picture here. It's just a random picture. You see the picture is way larger as Teams would like it to have, and that's the reason why we get just a cutout of this. You can put it like this. Here we go. Done. And you may recognize this color change as well. So there's a bit of intelligence behind that. And last but not least, you have the option to spread it into multiple channels or even teams, all the teams you have access to. So let me put it here, update, send it out. That's it. You get the information that there is a new message when someone put an update over there or conversation here. And this is on by default. You get it highlighted as bold, but you can change the settings as well. So you're able to specify the notifications for a channel one by one, and see what the configuration is over here. I would like to have a notification about all new posts. Yes, show me in the feed. That's something I can see on the activity. It's a bell icon here. But no, I want to get a banner and a feed notification. The banner is like the toast, the pop-up on the right side, right bottom side in the default. You can change it if you like to. And also if someone replies to the message. That's good. That's something I can configure on my own for myself. That's nothing an administrator can do for me. And last but not least, if I'm not willing to do it for every channel on my own or per default on the channels, then I can do it for all the channels on this configuration page here. It's hidden under your profile picture and then settings, notifications. If I'm in a team, especially in larger teams, I may lose the focus on a specific topic. And if I'm in a larger team with multiple users making a lot of noise, a lot of messages, then I have the option to right-click this specific channel and pin this channel to the very upside here on the left page. We got the new area pinned. And I can jump into the right section, into the right channel to get it more structured for myself. If I do have some channels with the same, some teams with the same channel name in it, you see it, you can add them and see where it's coming from. So in this case, it's for sales and marketing and retail. And you have the same options over here to customize the notifications. You can do the same for chat. So if you have a lot of conversations over here, you get and you have a list of people or communication partners who use quite often, you can start over here to pin them in a very top side. When you start with Teams, it's almost empty. But if you use Teams a lot, you get quite much information in there. And it's maybe hard to find them. That's the reason why you can search for it. And let me start with test over here. The team is not empty. And you see there is some information. You can see the messages are all those messages use test and somehow, in some cases, in some way. I can create more filters to get the right name, the right context, and see what the filters bring me to. It's pretty much the same as you may know from the from Outlook or something like that. On a desktop client, there's another option where you can press Control and F, and you get the context search. We're able to search in a conversation, in a team, or in basically in this focus area by default, instead of setting up the filters over here. And test is not the right way to search for something. Can search for people, and if someone with the name test would be here, I would see the test here as well. And also, okay, I see all the files where Alan was involved to, or where his name is available as well. And keep in your mind, Teams just shows you what you have access to. You would not find any information who's not shared with you already. So if you see something what you shouldn't see, then you maybe draw some attention to it. The settings are not set properly. Last but not least, I would like to draw some attention to meetings planning. In this case, Teams is not just for communication and collaboration into work together in documents. You're also start some meetings. And there are two different types of meetings over there. One is a regular meeting. As you may know from Outlook, you can just open the calendar and then open the calendar, start typing the title, add some people here. Let me put the Alan here. And that's pretty common. That's something you can do, or you may do in Outlook as well. All the meetings created in Teams are Teams meetings directly. So you don't have to push any additional button. But keep in your mind, if you create some meetings in Teams and you want to have them on site, make that clear and at the location to point at the on-site meeting, something like that. But the second way to create a meeting is to create a channel meeting. And that's the option over here. So when I start to take a look into this, I can create a meeting into the Sales East channel. And what are the differences here? When you start with an invitation to a new meeting, you have to decide, is it something I would like to address to a specific person or group of person? Or is it something I would like to share with a broader audience, like the whole team, the whole channel? When I start to create this meeting, I address Alan because I would like to have Alan into this. He should definitely know about this. He maybe is involved to bring the information to the people. But also, I'm working in a team, and this team should know this topic as well. So let me send it over here. And you do see in Sales East, there was a meeting scheduled, and this meeting was shown as a new message and also addressed to all the people with an invitation in the same team. Keep it in your mind, in the same team. Everyone in the team has access to this meeting, but it's more optional. It's not that everyone has to join because someone is involved into the conversation or into sharing or make some decisions or whatever. The person is invited to this meeting on an optional level. So you can decide, I want to join, and also keep in your mind, you are able to join the whole meeting, even if you're not working in this aspect because you're a member in the team. And don't mess up with them. You get people confused if you just want to address some specific information to a smaller group of people and you put channel meeting over there to raise their attention to multiple people. Keep that in your mind. Keep the focus on the target group for your conversation. Okay. That's it for a quick run. So let me say thank you. If you like to, you can connect to me on or with me on Twitter or LinkedIn. And what's next? I think you may have raised some questions, and I will start to answer the questions. We will continue or can continue to have a conversation, a direct conversation, instead of just I'm talking, you're listening. So you are able to have a direct conversation in a breakout session. You can use the QR code or the link you may already have. And please rate my session to give me an idea how good it was, where are some areas to improve. That's it from my side. Thank you very much for your time and for joining me.
Thank you very much, Michael. I'm taking a look at the Q&A, and you've obviously explained things so well that nobody has any questions, believe it or not. So that's awesome. That's great stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and publish the link in the Q&A to allow you to join the post-session breakout. But that's all the time we have for this session. So if you want to talk some more with Michael, follow the link to the session that we just posted in the Q&A. And thank you all very much for your time and for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you.